Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. Michael Darcy, your host here as always. And today I wanted to give you kind of a life update and explain why there hasn't been any content on this channel in a while. As you guys know, I'm a student at the University of Kansas, and finals week is approaching, so all my effort has been going into not failing all my classes, as a good student would. But recently, some exciting stuff has been going on behind the scenes. I got approached by Bleacher Report to do monthly Chiefs live streams on the mobile app, which is absolutely insane. I'm 20 years old. I'm a student in college, and for a media conglomerate like Bleacher Report to reach out to me to do monthly live streams for the Kansas City Chiefs, it's kind of surreal. I've already done one live stream. That was yesterday, actually covering the NFL draft that was in Kansas City. A draft that I had the luxury of going to and standing for 7 hours behind the barrier to watch the Chiefs select Felix Anudike-Uzomah. That's never going to get easy to say with the final pick in the first round. So I was able to kind of break that draft class down, give a grade. And while I haven't really done that on this channel, and we're going to get to it in the future, in this video, I wanted to attach like a 3-minute clip of my Bleacher Report debut, so to speak. And I also wanted to just thank you guys, because if it wasn't for the platform that you've given me at such a young age, I wouldn't have companies like Bleacher Report reaching out, asking me to be their liaison or their live host. So that's really special, and I really do appreciate each and every single one of you for sticking along on this journey. Trust me, it's been a bumpy one. There hasn't been a lot of content to watch, and I've been slacking, but I really do appreciate it when I do post. You guys are always so supportive, and if this thing with Bleacher Report takes off, this is just the first video of many that follow. So without further ado, guys, tune in to my Bleacher Report debut on the Bleacher Report mobile app. The Super Bowl champions had a fairly eventful time, I would say. To round out this live stream, I want to give our grades of this draft, because the Chiefs filled a lot of positions of need with players that were available. They were aggressive in the later rounds. They traded up, in the second and the fourth and the fifth, but they really didn't make that big splash day one, trading up for a wide receiver or getting that defensive end. But I think that's okay. I think that, Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the K-State defensive end, is going to play right away. He is going to be a guy that, is going to play some meaningful snaps right away. SMU wide receiver Rashee Rice, who knows how he's going to develop in year one in an Andy Reid offense, but I think that year two he could be really good. In the third round, the Chiefs got Wanya Morris, a tackle that could play right away at the right side. In the fourth round, the Chiefs got Shamari Connor, Virginia Tech safety. Expect him to play right away at either safety or as a cornerback. In the fifth round, the Chiefs got B.J. Thompson, an edge rusher that's going to take some time to develop. In the sixth round, the Chiefs got Texas defensive tackle Keandre Coburn. And in the seventh round, to round it all out, the Chiefs got Nick Jones, Ball State cornerback. So, Joey, while we have this time, what do you give a grade on this draft class?
So I'm going to give it a B-. And I say that not that I think they could have done a whole ton better. To be completely honest with you, I felt like this draft was weak. And that's nothing Brett Veach can control. He drafted players at positions of needs. He filled out our depth. But looking at it, I really only see two players right now that I'm for sure going to be day one starters. And I think that's Felix, and I think that's Wanya. I think, obviously, Chamari is going to have a pretty good shot to start. I think he will be a starter fairly soon. But I think you're going to see Rashee Rice follow more of a Sky Moore path. He'll be involved, but he won't necessarily be down there every single snap. But I give it a B-. I think they did the best with what they had, what the cards they were dealt. But I don't think it's something to be overly excited about. They got better. Nothing crazy. You can't really complain,
Sure.
But it's also not a draft compared to last year, where we left last year's draft, and I thought that was just a home run draft from the start.
Yeah.
This draft, solid. That's about all I can feel about it.
I would give this draft grade about a B plus maybe. I think the Chiefs were able to fill positions of need with quality players. Like I said, they didn't really have to trade up and give up too much. But like you said, last year I was pretty convinced that draft class was one of the better ones we've seen, not just, from Brett Veach, but in the NFL. It proved to be true. We had like 9 guys start in the Super Bowl that, got drafted from that class. that's going to be pretty tough to beat. But I think that if you look at all of the players that the Chiefs got that could start right away, there's 2 guys I think that are going to play significant snaps right away. In my mind, that's worth a B+. And the Chiefs, like you said, they got better in this draft.